hello there my little goldies, and welcome back to my sanctuary, and welcome back to another video. This is part 6 of my coloring book collection. So I've counted the books that I'm going to show in this video, and this one may be a little bit long. As you guys know, we were trying to keep count of everything here. And by the time we get to the end of this video, I think we're going to be hitting 516 books. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. But like I said in the previous episode, I'm not the only one rowing this canoe, so you know what? We have all been there and done that. All right, so just a little bit of housekeeping items. I do have this series in a playlist on the channel. It is also in the description section, so you can click on that link and go right to that playlist. I have my Amazon affiliate link in there, so if you see anything that you want to get based on what you see here, you can just go to that link, and I'd very much appreciate that if you would use that. Also, my influencer store link is in there, so you can shop right off of that page. That is updated regularly because I am always adding items to that constantly. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on with the program. Now, again, I have these in my bedroom. They're not really in any particular order, so these are just going to be sort of random. All right, so this one is Bizarro Land. This is from Creative Haven. And as I've said in previous videos, the paper in Creative Haven is actually quite nice. The pages are perforated, and so you can tear them out, and they're single-sided. And like I said, the paper is pretty nice. It's not cardstock, but it is definitely not Create Space paper. And of course, there are a couple of images in that book. Next, we have the Buns coloring book. This is by Dia Lenahan. Okay, and this is on Create Space paper. This has been out for quite a while. There's a couple of images in there. These are cute. This next one is Witches and Whimsy, and this one is a therapy book by Lauren Clare. And I've seen this one on a couple of different channels, and so I picked this one up, gosh, I want to say like last fall or something. So there's a really nice one for Halloween and such. It is on Create Space paper. Okay, here is Truly Tropical. This is from Creative Haven. And again, we've said quite a lot about the paper, so there are a few images in here. Another one from Creative Haven. This is Patchwork Quilts Designs coloring book. So again, same kind of paper. And this is like, you know, really good if you're into like the whole shapes and stuff, like if you like geometrics and such. But I've always liked quilts. I wish I could make them. I wish I was talented enough to make quilts, but I am not. So I just have to enjoy looking at them. Okay, so here is a stained glass one from Dover Publications. This is called True Love. And I haven't colored in this one. This is Hearts. This is a Valentine's Day coloring book. And I think I got this like after the fact, so I haven't colored in it as of yet. So I plan to color in it. This February. So there's a couple images in there. It's on that transparent vellum paper. Okay, here is another Smurfs coloring book, and this is kind of like, this I believe was based on the movie, and I believe this is Create Space paper, so this is more like stock images, I guess. Again, it's not really that good. Pretty much like my other Smurfs coloring book, but it's got like the movie, the versions of the Smurfs that were in the like movie, you know, from 2011 or whatever it was, so not the 80s type Smurfs, but, you know, those stock images. That was on Create Space paper. Okay, so this one is a book by Anne Manera. This is Paisley's Bubbles. And I think she put this out like last summer. And I picked this one. I think I pre-ordered it and got it on release day. So this is a book that's based on what her dog Paisley might see. She's got a doggy named Paisley. Prima Princesses. This one is Prima Princesses. And this is done on watercolor paper. It's kind of like that one watercolor book I showed you, but these are girls, you know, these are princesses. This is done by Prima Marketing. That is on watercolor paper. Okay, then we have Shrek. This is on Create Space paper, and these are like stock images. They're not really the greatest, you know, but they're, you know, I really couldn't find a decent Shrek coloring book. I would love to find a really good Shrek coloring book, but there is that Shrek coloring book. I mean, it's not bad, you know, it's not bad. It's, a lot of it has got some really, really big spaces. We could actually color some of this on camera, but I think even kids could color that one because it's looks like it would be easy enough to do. Okay, we have another Shrek color book. Shrek coloring book for kids and adults. Amazing Shrek movies. So this one, again, it's one of those that's just got like, I feel like it's got like stock images, you know, that you can find on Google or something that was put in this book. It's really not the greatest. Again, it's on Create Space paper. It's double-sided. It's pretty much similar to what I just showed, but it's a bit thinner. It doesn't have as many images in it. Okay, next one is, and you're gonna laugh on this one, but I couldn't help it. So this is Barbie Friends Fashion and Fun. I couldn't help it. You know what? Like, I loved Barbie as a kid, and I had to find a Barbie coloring book. But this is definitely a kid's coloring book. It's on that real thin, like, newsprint stuff. But, you know, time to get out the good old Crayolas, you know, and just kind of color away on this one. So, you know, it's something, like, if you want something, like, super easy to do, you know, that would be a good one to do. Okay, these next three I'm going to show are from Jennifer Stay. And actually, two of the books are the same. I just had it done on different paper. Because I wanted to see how the paper was different. Okay, the first one I'm going to show is Mandala Bliss. And this is done on the color pencil paper. And she had like a little card in here. This is not a customized one. I think it was just like one of the first ones that she had made. And it's in that spiral bound print. So I will be coloring in that one, but that one I believe is on the color pencil paper. Coloring Bliss. This one is another Mandala Bliss. This is done on the marker color pencil paper, so it's the same images, but I wanted to get different paper, so if I wanted to color these with markers, I could. This is on the smoother kind of thick, not metallic paper, but on the thick, smoother paper for markers, feels like. And then I have Holiday Bliss, and I just got this one in the colored pencil paper. I forgot I had this one. I was thinking I'd color in it this year, or in 2018, and I actually forgot I had it. So there's that one. Okay, then we have Hidden Paradise, adult coloring book, and this one is by Chris Lopez. Okay. And this one got bent up a little bit. When I was moving some things around, it kind of got a little squashed, so I'm trying to get it to go flat again, but it got bent up a little bit on the bottom. It's getting better, but I still got like down here where I need to try to get it to go flat again. But so this is one of those spiral bound ones. It's on that really thick kind of toothy paper, but there's that. All right, that spiral bound kind of book. All right, then we have Cute Animals. This one is by Jade Summer. Again, this is Create Space paper. Single-sided images. I don't want to get these mixed up with what I've already showed. Okay, this one isn't really a coloring book, but I've kind of got it in here because it is a book by Ann Manera. This is called Biscuits, Balls, and Bones. And this is the story of one of Ann Manera's dogs that, you know, that is since passed on. But this is a little storybook that she wrote and illustrated and stuff. But it's not a coloring book, but I have it in here with my coloring books because it is Anne Manera. All right, then we have Secret Garden by Johanna Basford. I don't think I need to talk about this one too much because we've all heard of this one. And I have this one in here instead of on my shelf with the other Johanna ones because I was coloring in this one. Then we have Johanna's Christmas, and same kind of deal. I have not put this back on my shelf yet because I was coloring in this one. That one's been out for a couple of years. Okay, this one is adult coloring book. This is a coloring book for adults featuring mandalas and henna-inspired flowers, animals, and paisley patterns. And this was, I think, one of the very, very first coloring books I ever got. It's not a very good one. I don't think it was like maybe $2 on Amazon. It's on Create Space paper, and I think it's that lower quality Create Space paper because this paper like totally sucks. But I have colored some things in here. This one, I didn't have any acrylic paint at the time, so I decided to use some gouache, and I was not happy with how it turned out. It bled through, of course, and yeah, so not very happy with that image. I have colored, what else did I color in here? I have actually colored something else in here. Let me try to find it. Okay, I colored this mandala. I used my Prismas on it. And I have started one with my gel pens. I've started this one with my gel pens, okay? So I need to finish that. All right, then there is United States Patchwork Patterns. This one is by Dover Publishing Company. So this is a double-sided one. It's slightly thicker than a lot of the Dover ones are, but there's a lot of really good stuff in here. If you like coloring shapes, you know, if you're into this kind of thing, patterns. Not everybody is, and that is okay. All right, so then we have African Glamour. This is from Creative Haven. And I believe I got this on release day. So here's a few images in here. A lot of black, backgroundish kind of stuff in here. There's black partially filled in, I think, on every picture is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's quite different. All right, then we have got Mermaid in Dress. This one is by Ikuko. So this, I think, is her newer one. Really, really pretty book. Got some black backgrounds on the left-hand side of the page for some of these. Then we have Meraki by Anne Manera. This is a compilation of things from many, many of her books. It is, let me show you how thick this thing is. And I've actually got paper in here because I was marking some things I was coloring. But here is how thick that book is. So this is a compilation of many things from her, many of her books. Okay. And I think in here somewhere, like in a contents or index or something, it tells you what book it is from. So if you want to purchase that book, you can, based on what you see in there. Oops. Okay, so this is Art Nouveau Fashions from Creative Haven. And I don't need to talk about the paper because we have been over that many times. There are a few images in there. All right, moving onward, we have Fun Fashion Books. So this is just, I'm not sure what to make of this one. You would have thought that it would have been like maybe a closer up image or something, but it's kind of a small image and there's like a lot of white space in there. It's on Create Space paper, but you know, still be kind of fun to color. Okay, now these next ones are these Chinese books. These are the Coloring Beautiful Princess books. These are these Chinese coloring books, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's like 7 or 8 of these in here. And I'm trying to think. Okay, there's 8 books in this series, but I've got 7 right here. I think the other one got buried in the stack, but these are ones like, these are called like Perfect Beautiful Bride or Perfect Bride. There's Spirit Daughter. There's Daughter of Nobility. There's like Gorgeous Princess. There's and the names are in Chinese, but if you look on the, sometimes when you get them, these all came from Amazon, and sometimes, you know, they'll have on the tag here on the spine like what the name is in English. But let me just show you a few of the pages in these. I've done flip throughs of, I'm not sure if I did flip throughs of all of them on my channel. Maybe I did it on a stream, I don't remember. But I think I've done quite a few flip throughs of these. And so they've got the colorful backgrounds, and the paper in here is really, really smooth paper. It's pretty thick and smooth paper. So I'll just show you a couple in here. And like I said, there's 8 in the series, which I do have all 8, but I think my 8th one got moved. So these are double-sided pages. Okay. But if you type in, if you go on Amazon and you type in Coloring Beautiful Princess, Chinese or whatever, it will come up with these books. Sometimes they will go out of stock, but they always come back in within, like, I don't know, a couple weeks after or something. So you will find them. I was not able to get them all at once because, you know, they were out of stock, but they do eventually come back in. All right. Next we have Color Me Cluttered. And I really like this book because this has got like, this is like what most people's craft rooms and stuff looks like. You know, there's like, I love this because there's like colored pencils and art supplies and stuff in here, and books and such. So yeah, this one, I don't think this is on Create Space paper. It doesn't feel like Create Space paper. It feels like slightly better paper. It's not the best paper, but it is better than Create Space paper. This one here is like totally 80s. And this has just got sayings and things that you see from the 80s. And I think this is Create Space paper. Yes, this is Create Space paper. So there's some stuff in there. Then we have adult coloring teddy bears. This one I think is Create Space paper. I'll put it down in just a minute. I'm looking to see if there is an author. This one, here's what it looks like. But this one, it looks like it has a series of different artists in there. It's Create Space paper, and it's just got little teddy bears in it. It's kind of a smaller book. Alright, here is Bursting Mandalas. This is by Anne Manera. And it says Easy on the Eyes Coloring Book. This is by Anne Manera. She's definitely got some harder ones. I think if you get like her Hypnotic Mandalas, which I don't have yet, I've got it on my wish list and in my cart and stuff, but this is more of a easier one, which something that we could actually do on camera with you guys, I think, because this is a little bit easier to do. It's on Create Space paper. Here is another one by Anne Manera. This is A Flower's View. So this is what stuff would look like if a flower was looking at it. It's large and, you know, it's like stuff in the garden or backyard. It's large and, you know, that kind of stuff. It's on Create Space paper. This is my very silly monster coloring book. This one is a Create Space paper, and this one, I think I was looking for a monsters coloring book, and I wasn't sure about this one. This is more of a kid's one, but super, like, easy. Super easy. You know, get out the good old Crayolas or something for that. I think, yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I have in that series. All right, Emoji World. This one might have come from the dollar store. I don't remember. The paper is pretty thin. It's not great paper at all, but there's different emojis in there. Very neat. Okay, this one is Vintage Easter. And let me see if there is an artist in here. Renee Davenport. Yeah, this is Renee Davenport. And this is on Create Space paper. This is a grayscale one. Very, very cute. I'd seen this one, some folks were doing pictures out of this one for Easter last year, and I thought it was the cutest thing, so I picked it up. Okay, this one is a monster coloring book, and I think this was actually one of them that came with that other monster coloring book, but it's pretty much the same as like that other one I showed you. I mean, it's got different images and stuff, but it's more toward kids, you know. But kind of cute anyway. Okay, then we have Dreamlings. This Dreamlings 2. This one is by I should know who drew this one. Well, anyway, this was Dreamlings 2. And this might be Edwina McNamee. But there's a few of the images in here. You have some with white backgrounds, and then you have some with the darker ones. Here is one called Love Secret, and this came from AliExpress. I think there was one on Etsy, and I think it came on better paper. You might have gotten more images in it, I don't know, but I got this off of AliExpress. I managed to get it to lie pretty flat now, but when it came, it took like maybe 3 months to get to me, and it was bent up when I got it, so I had to put a bunch of other books on top of it to make it go flat because I didn't want it to be all bent up. This is on really, really crappy dappy paper. Not good, but I mean the images are cute. I really like these images. I think they're cute, and I will color in it, but it's just the paper really sucks in here, and it's double-sided. This next one is called Kelmscott Chaucer, the Kelmscott Chaucer, and this one is by William Morris and Edward Burne-Jones. This is from the same publisher that does the Tim Jeffs books, and this has got like the Tales of Chaucer in it, but this is so intricate. I mean, this is so intricate. I haven't even touched this one. It's so intricate. I'm gonna have to really get out a microscope to do this one, because I mean, look at all those teeny tiny lines in there. I mean, it's a beautiful book, and the paper is really nice, but oh boy, that will take a long time to do because there's teeny tiny lines in there. Oh, here is my 8th Coloring Beautiful Princess book. Yeah, it kind of got dislocated out of the stack that the others were in. So there is my 8th one. Oh, so yeah, same kind of paper. Whoops, same kind of paper. And there's a few of the images. Yeah, this one here was called Princess Fairy Tales. So yeah, this one here was the 8th one in that series. Alright, this book is the 1940s adult coloring book, and this one, it just says Zen Master Coloring Book, and it's got It's got some different things from the 1940s. I think this may be, yeah, this is Create Space paper. So it's just got like different things from the 1940s to color. So that one is cute. All right, I am going to put the stack away, and I have just a little bit more to go for this video. So just give me a minute and I will be right back. We have returned, and we now have Relaxing Afternoon. This is by Ann Manera. And I'm going to just move this camera down just a little slightly. There we are. All right, so this is Relaxing Afternoon by Ann Manera. This is on Create Space paper. And so I like this book. This has got like teapots and teacups and all that kind of stuff. Then we have got Floral Mosaic by Ann Manera. So this is just different flower related pictures. It's on, her books are on Create Space paper, so let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. Her books are on Create Space paper. So this is just flowers with like mosaic patterns and stuff in there. Very cute book. All right, then we have Sweet Dreams. This is from Creative Haven. And I don't need to talk about their paper because we have already done that before. So there are a few images, whoops, in that book. Okay, Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors. This is volume 3, and I'm kind of going backwards a little bit, but this is by Dawn Boyer, PhD. So these are just different little fairy houses and stuff. It is on Create Space paper. Okay. Very, very pretty book. I think there's like 3 volumes of these so far. I don't know if she's made another one because it's been a while since I've gotten these. But I got these because of Ann Manera. I'd seen her color. She has live streams on her Facebook groups, and so she was coloring out of one of those books when I was watching her. Okay, so this is the Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors, volume 2. Is this volume 2? Kind of got them a little bit mixed up. Okay. Alright, so this one here says Big Kids Coloring Book. This is Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors. I think this is volume 1. I think my volume 2 got displaced. It's here, but it got displaced. So here are a few images in here. Create Space paper. Springtime Animals. This is by Jade Summer. Again, Create Space paper. There's a few things in there. Tea Party Coloring Book. This is on Create Space paper. Whoops, there's the cover. I don't want to go through them too fast. See what that cover looks like. So here are a few things in this book. Got like little teacups and things in there. Such a cute book. Alright, then we have Futurama. This is on Create Space paper. I got this around the same time as I got the Bizarro World one from Creative Haven. Oh, very cool looking book. I love like futuristic stuff. I think it is just really cool. That is Create Space paper. Alright, then we have Trolls, Elves, and Fairies. This one is by Jan Sovak from Dover Publications. There we go. So, double-sided pages. Oops. Get the whole thing in view. Well, there's a few of the pages in here. One more look at the cover. Next we have Springtime Flowers. This is by Jade Summer. Create Space paper. All of their books are on Create Space paper. Here is Inklings Volume 3 by Tanya Bond, I think. Yep. This is another on Create Space paper. Boy, I have a lot of books on Create Space paper. There's a few out of there. Here is Mini Inklings by Tanya Bond. So this is a travel size book. Quite a bit smaller. I'll actually show you. Here's the regular Inklings Volume 3, and then here is what the, maybe you can see it a little bit better this way, and then here's what the Mini Inklings look like as compared to that book. So definitely a travel size book. And then a few pages in there. Okay, this one is Fanciful Fairies and Dazzling Dragons coloring book from Dover Publications. Here we go. Move that over. Okay. Oops. Here are a few pages in here. There's that. This one is Inklings Volume 2. So this is what I mean. Some of the books kind of get a little displaced from each other. So they're not really completely organized. That is by Tanya Bond. So there's Inklings Volume 2. And I did show you, I've already showed you the other Inklings book. Astro Inklings by Tanya Bond. These are all on Create Space paper. Okay, there's a few things in there. Then we have Coloring the 50s. This is also on Create Space. Okay. A few things in there. We have coloring book, The Smurfs. So I've got like 3 Smurfs coloring books. And this again is Create Space paper. It is pretty much in the same sort of fashion as the other ones that I have. It kind of looks like stock images that they've gotten off of Google or something, and they just put them in this book. But you know, if you want to, these are good for practicing. You know, these are definitely good for practicing. There's bigger spaces in there, and if you want to practice like shading and stuff in them, you know, it's not a book that costs a lot of money, so if you mess it up, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Here is another stained glass one from Dover. This is Psalms. And then this has got like a lot of lettering in it because it does have a psalm printed on each page with a picture to color around it. So here's that. And again, it's that vellum transparent type of paper. Then we have Happy Monsters coloring book. I was on a Monsters kick there for a little bit. I really was. I was on a Monsters kick. Yeah. It's on Create Space paper. Another Shrek coloring book. Pretty much like similar to the others I have showed. It's Create Space paper. Another one of these that you can practice with, and there's a lot of room to practice shading and things like that. So just something to kind of color mindlessly, I guess. Okay, then we have Barn Quilts. Barn Quilts. This one is single-sided. So again, some more of those pattern type pages. This paper is pretty nice. It's not cardstock per se, but it is actually pretty thick. It's not super thick, but it's actually does really nice with like colored pencils and stuff. It's much better than Create Space paper. Okay, here is coloring books for grown-ups. This is Grandma's Quilts. here is another one that is on Create Space paper. Another one of those like patterny type of books. But if you like quilts, it's pretty cool. Here is Christmas Cheer. This one is a stained glass one from Dover Publications. I forgot I had this one. Holy moly. There's a few that I forgot that I had. However, you know how sometimes like if you forget you have something and you end up getting like doubles or something? I think that's only happened to me maybe twice. So I've been pretty good about that. I haven't really gotten doubles by accident too terribly often. Alright, so let me see if there's any more over here. Nope. Alright, so we are almost done with this group. Alright. So then we have Tangled Mandalas. This is by Anne Manera. So these are a little bit harder to do than the one that was easier on the eyes. Create Space paper. Alright, so then I have a couple from Newborn Media to show. This one is called Emoji Love. And these are like the little travel size books. It's got like the little fold down cardboard. These are the pages that are glue bound at the top. You can take them out of the pad. It's like a little pad kind of thing. But this is like the Emoji Crazy one, but these are more like for Valentine's Day. They're like kissy ones and hearts and, you know, very cute. Very cute and sweet. And then here is the first Emoji Crazy book that I got. I've actually colored a few things in here. The ones that I have colored, mostly except for this one, I have taken out, and they're in a journal. I have colored this one. I have to put that in the journal. I colored this with my Holbeins when I got them. This is a little emoji with the sleep mask and a bunch of little Z's there. I thought that was so cute. That kind of made me giggle a little bit. I wanted to get another copy of this book because there was actually one image that I messed up with my Inktense, and I was really, really like pissed off about that. So I wanted to try to get another copy of this, but I have not done that. All right, then I have more of these too, but I will show them to you in the next video. This one is called It's Wine O'Clock. And this is one that's got like colored pencils with it. You open it up and here's there's dual-ended colored pencils right there. And then they're not that good though. I've tried them out and they really kind of suck. They're total nails, like they are so hard and they're not very pigmented. They might work real good on Create Space paper. But here are a few of the images in here. Again, it's glue bound at the top, but there's like different like wine glasses and grapes and things like that. Like I said, I have more of these, but I will show those in the next video because there's going to be another part, you guys. There is going to be another part. All right, so the last thing that I'm going to show, it's not really a book, but it's one of those like Crayola Escape kind of things, or Creative Escapes from Crayola. One of these like coloring kits. So you take the little lid off. It's not really a book, but it does have individual coloring pages. And I haven't colored in any of these. I need a big tabletop to do that, but let me just show you a few of these. And this particular kit is called I got a tickle in my throat. Creative Escapes Coloring with markers and colored pencils. Usually these are themed. I don't see... This is 25 pages from Crayola artists of nature, animals, and more. So there's 25 of these in here, and these are really super nice. These are printed on really nice paper. It's not cardstock, but it's really, really nice paper to color on. I need to color some of these actually. And then with it, you get, let me move the pages. With it, you actually do get some markers and colored pencils. There's like, these are fine liner markers, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, there's 12 markers in here, fine liner markers. And then they also give you some colored pencils. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 colored pencils in this little box. I'm not going to open them up for right now. And then here is another sort of fine line markers. I think these are different colors. These are different colors, I think. But they give you 2 sets of those, and then you get the coloring pages. So we're going to put this all back together. Put that all back in here. I might be able to color some of that on camera because it looks like it would be, I don't like to color, like when I do my coloring gabs, I don't like to color really, really tiny spaces because I have to get so close to the work. So if I can get something that's a little bigger to color on camera, that is all the better to do that with you guys. So that is all I'm going to show in this video. Let me go ahead and just put this here so you guys can have something to look at while I talk till the end of the video. So that is all I'm going to show in this video. I think I'm going to have one more part. I have another smaller kind of pile to show you guys. So counting to the end of this video, I went ahead and counted up everything, and according to my count, this is 516 books. That does count this here, which isn't really a book, and it does count the Biscuits, Balls, and Bones by Ann Manera. So there's like 516, yeah, 516, like I said. Or if you want to get technical, as far as like, if you want to discount this one and the other one by Ann Manera, that'd be 514, but we're going to say 516. And then I think there's going to be one more part to the series, and then we'll count up everything, and we'll count up everything, and we'll go from there. All right, so anyway, I'm going to end here. If you like this video, hit that like button. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, subscribe to the channel, and of course ring the notification bell so you can be updated on the newest happenings. You all have a great day, and we'll talk to you in the next video.